Viewers, the White House has come out with a statement as we speak. It says India committed to stop buying Russian oil and therefore ad valorem duty of 25% is being removed. So that is effective immediately already from 50%. As of today, the tariff pressures on India are down to 25%. Effective US tariff on India comes down from 50% to 25%. India and US have agreed on a joint statement to sign an interim trade deal. US tariffs on India to be reduced to 18% after both sides formally signed the trade deal by mid-March. So a further softening from 25 to 18% will happen mid-March. 18% tariff on India will become effective after signing of deal and documentation in Federal Register. I want to go straight across to Anuj, who joins us. Anuj, give us your initial comments from a sectoral point of view on this particular arrangement.
Thank you, Rahul. I want to make 3 points. I've heard everybody. Some people were saying that other countries have gotten a better deal. But if you look at which countries does India compete with? India competes with South Asian countries, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. It also competes with Southeast Asian countries like Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand. India has gotten the best deal out of all these countries, except Singapore in Southeast Asia. So India has gotten a very, very good deal, point number one. Point number two, people spoke about agriculture and how it may be compromised. The fact is that all the current deals India has signed, India has protected agriculture. So if you look at the New Zealand deal, for example, every single deal New Zealand has signed till date includes dairy exports. India is the only deal New Zealand has signed which does not include dairy exports. In fact, New Zealand government got into trouble with the opposition over there, saying that why have you not signed a good deal with India? So that's a track record of India, and I think they have maintained that in the current deal also. Lastly, Indian exports, Indian entrepreneurs have actually maintained record numbers on exports. If you look at the last month for which data is available, that's December, India's exports were at a 10-year high. Now, with the US deal having happened, with the EU deal coming on stream, India, I will not be surprised if Indian exports go up by even 20-30%. So very, very positive day for India. Of course, that does not mean that the work is over. A lot of hard work required to convert the framework into an interim agreement, but that will happen over the next couple of months.
Okay, that's a significant statement coming out from Anuj Gupta, MD of India Bauer Group. You made an interesting statement, and I want to come back to that. You said Indian exports, you won't be surprised, might even go up by about 25%. Could you illustrate that point?
If you look at the sectors which also create most number of jobs in India, which are textiles, leather, footwear, etc., all of these sectors will now get preferential tariffs from India. In fact, there are a number of other sectors like generics, etc., which might even get lower tariffs than 18%. That's part of the deal. We have seen that in, for example, Vietnam, where certain sectors got lower tariffs. So once you have these sectors contributing to exports at a larger number, the US itself, as Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal said, US is a $30 trillion market, and we are not even 1% of that in terms of our exports. So sky is the limit over here. In fact, I'm being very conservative by saying that we'll see 25-30% growth. We might even see higher growth.